Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode on the OSX channel, Overland Survival Expedition. And I got a topic I wanted to talk about that I think is pretty important that I was going back and forth on for quite a bit. And I just want to talk about a few of the top decision, the deal breakers for me, and the top things that made me pull the trigger um, on the vehicle that I picked up for this build. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, this topic is basically overlanding trucks versus SUVs. Okay, we're talking pickups versus SUVs. I've had plenty of pickups. I've had a few SUVs. A lot of guys have made good points about the double cab pickups. If you can get a crew cab, four door, that gives you some good room, you know. But personally, I've had that, and that does not work for me. So, number one for me is transition to shelter. Okay, now for me, in a pickup and having a cap, having a topper on the back. So in the climate that I live in, especially in the wintertime, rain and snow, if you have to get out of the cab to get into the back of the pickup, you're going to be tracking rain, snow, mud, and I don't want that in the living space. You don't want to have your be completely soaked, um, your flooring and stuff like that. Or your carpet or whatever. You don't want to be tracking that, back and forth and having to get out of the truck to get into the cab and then have to get in the cab to get out of the truck. So that's number one reason why I did not roll with another pickup this time, and I went ahead and picked up a SUV. Number two is accessibility and space. For me, again, it comes back to that thing: you have to get out of the truck, walk around to the back, or you have to get out of the back and get into the front. If you need to get some gear, you need to, grab something out of the cooler to drink or some food. It comes back to basically you're having to make an extra trip, possibly exposing yourself to danger or, and stuff like that. So that was the number two thing. Also, is the space. With accessibility of the SUV, you have everything. You don't need to get out of the vehicle. Everything is within, you can access within the vehicle pretty much, depending on your build and how you've built that out. Number three, sorry. The gray man and stealth capabilities of the SUV. That's also why I picked it. Like I said, you don't have to get out of the vehicle, so it's a no-brainer. If there was a grizzly bear, out in the woods where you're at, you don't have to get out of the back of the pickup to get into your truck and start it. If he happens to rip off your little cheap aluminum topper, or or whatever, or if somebody was in the woods, trying to break into your shit, throw some rocks through your cap or whatever, through the window, and now they have access toward, to you. And if you don't have proper protection, that's not good. So again, same thing could happen with the SUV, but I don't have to get out of the vehicle. I just need to get to the front, start it up, pull off. They break my windows, you know, and it won't be as smooth as that because they could have you blocked in. So you just, but that's just one less step. You don't need to get out of the vehicle to get to get to a position where you could get away. Number 4, this one can go both ways. Fuel efficiency. I'm not too worried about that. I've been driving full-size pickups for a minute, so in the package that I have, 2500 Suburban, it's got a 6-liter 4L80 four-wheel drive. It's a 3/4 ton Suburban, so it's a full-size pickup, but it's a Suburban carry-all, what they use back in the military. So I get a little bit better gas mileage than I did with the pickup that I did have, because I had a 3/4 ton F250, and I was thinking about doing the cap on the back and then just doing that, doing the truck camper conversion, but I ended up selling it, so that's how I got this one. And I was like, you know what, I've had quite a few pickups, let me roll with this. This is be way better, and I got this one for a deal too. So fuel efficiency, that goes either way, but generally with an SUV, depends what you get, the fuel efficiency is going to be better. Reliability, again, this is one of those things that can go both ways, but it's generally, it can go both ways, but your parts are going to be cheaper on an SUV compared to a pickup truck, so we could say that. But again, it just depends what you get. That's really all I can say about that. Certain manufacturers are better than others. So really, reliability comes down to parts, availability and price as well for me. So it's kind of all tied into one. I can expand on all these. Just trying to make a quick video. Number 6 is going to be security. Again, you're not having to get out of the vehicle. If there's a bobcat, a cougar, if you're remote camping, bear, I don't have to get out of the vehicle to move spots or, to get away from danger, and I don't have to be stuck in one spot, versus a pickup. If there's some danger outside your cap, you are definitely going to have to get out of the vehicle and face that danger so you can leave. So that's the security part. Number 7, this is my last point that I have to make here, and that's basically cleanliness and cleaning. It comes back to that first couple points I made about getting in and out of the vehicle. You're not tracking as much, so that's the main thing for me. I've heard a lot with guys that run the caps, the caps and toppers. They have dust problems and stuff like that, so those are my top 7 things. So yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few that I missed, and I'm sure there's quite a few people that are going to say, you're wrong and you're right about this or whatever. Drop that in the comments. I want to hear what people got to say. I'm thinking about buying another little pickup, just so I can have a pickup, because I have plenty of cargo room in here, but this is kind of my bug out vehicle. This is my Overland vehicle, so I don't want to be carrying a bunch of cargo and extra stuff. I'd rather just keep this cleanly, keep it clean, and then just, get a little small pickup or something like that, 4-cylinder, good gas mileage, and yeah, have the pickup. So thanks for watching. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys got to say. Like, share, subscribe, of course. Video number 2, if you want me to expand on these 2, there's a few other things that I could add to the list that I'm sure I'm missing. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the OSX channel, Overland Survival Expeditions. And we're going to have some more content. I got to do some gear. I got a bunch of gear I got to do reviews on. All that good stuff. So yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by, checking it out. OSX, much love. I'll drop some links when I get a chance. But right now, I'm trying to just get my content up, get the content up, because that's really the most important thing.